right. Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show live here at the Paint Box Bistro, 555 Dundas Street East. And how's everybody doing? Fantastic. All right, we've got another stellar show lined up for you today, and it's feeling a lot like summer. It's the 1st of June, and if you can see around me, I got a lot of love. I got a lot of purple kisses and purple rain coming down. We are celebrating the life of Prince. Any Prince lovers out there? All right, so you know it's going to be a spectacular show, and before we get into things, I want to ask you a question. What time is it? That's right, it's time for Hot Topics, and what Hot Topics are, it's what's trending in social media, what people are talking about when they converge at the water cooler, you know, in the office. So today, just got some information about the increase of minimum wage to $15 an hour. What do you think about that? Yeah, so Premier Kathleen Wynne, she argues that Ontario's economy is strong enough to justify a boost for low-wage workers. And the government is trying to send a message that businesses are not doing well in Ontario, and they need to boost the workers, increasing jobs, all by the increase of the $15 an hour minimum wage. So hopefully that translates to more productivity. We'll see what happens with that. I think it's about time. What do you think? It's been a long time coming. So any Drake fans here? All right, homegrown talent. Drake, he wins 13 Billboard Awards, beating Adele's record for 12 trophies. So he got the award for top artist, top Billboard 200 artist, top male artist, and also top rap album for views. And he's setting the streaks high for other upcoming artists. So with that, I thought it would be appropriate for us to do a little Name That Drake song for a prize. And we've got a couple of prizes here to give away. We've actually got some movie tickets to see Megan Levy, courtesy of Elevation Pictures. And the movie premieres in the movie theaters June 9th. And you get to go to a special screening June 7th. So let's go. Ready? And by the way, I would like to introduce you to DJ Thrilla for your musical entertainment. He's here. How you doing today? Excellent, excellent. Okay, so let's drop a few Drake tunes and see if you can guess. The first person who can get it will get you a prize. Ready?
Too strung out on compliments, overdosed on confidence, started not to give a fuck and stop.
Okay. What song was that? Or rap? Let's try one more time.
They know, they know, they know. They know.
What is it?
Nope, that's not the title. That's not the title though.
Over here. Over here. Over here? Yes.
It is headlines.
All right. Congratulations. So Rochelle, she's going to be giving you a movie ticket to see Megan Levy. And what's your name? Beatrice. Congratulations. Okay, one more. Okay, good. 2 more tries.
Another one, another one.
We the best music.
Sharon? Is it right? All right, congratulations. Movie ticket going to you. Okay, and last try. Certified Thriller.
Last one. I wanted to do something a little newer.
Okay, so something more current.
Doing well, dog. Yeah.
I don't even know it. It's so new. Is she right?
Close.
Donna?
Close, yeah. I'll pull it in the part.
Yeah, dog. How did I finesse all of this shit from Jane and West End?
Anybody?
Anyone?
Is Donna close?
It's from the Views album.
And the title is?
They're still in the title. Still. One more word.
Still life? Still going?
Still life is kind of close.
Still living? Still low? Still here?
Still here.
Still here. Okay. All right. How about can we give that ticket to Donna for getting the ball going? All right. Congratulations, winners. Awesome. Okay, so we've got a fantastic show for you today. I just want to thank you all so much for being here. Fantastic speakers. So you don't want to go anywhere. You're here, the Nikki Clarke Show live. Paintbox Bistro. Come right back. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Show live here at Paintbox Bistro. And sitting beside me is a real estate professional. Please welcome David Gharat to the show.
Hi,
How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent.
You know,
Excellent.
sir makes me sound a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I am young, you know.
Yeah, you are. You are. You
Like
certainly
going
are.
on 19.
Going on 19?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, awesome. So if you want to put the mic a little closer to you so we can
Right
hear
here?
your,
Much better?
your,
Yeah.
your bass,
Bass
very
sound?
white
Okay.
voice, definitely.
Thank
Um,
you.
So tell me about your background in the real estate business. How long have you been doing it? I mean, being that you're only 19, it hasn't been that long.
Most of my childhood went into sales marketing. So, well, seriously speaking, I've been in sales marketing for over almost now, coming on to 29 years now.
29.
29 years. I've always been in business. My family was in business. So it's been passed on, basically. So here I am. I love properties. I love land. And that's one of the things which have actually attracted me because my father was into construction.
Okay.
So we always had something to do with land, architecture, things of that nature.
So we have that in common.
We
Not
have-
construction, but my father was in real estate for many years.
Really?
Yeah, he bought property in Quebec
Uh-huh.
and in the West Indies,
Mhm.
and gave that up to become a preacher. But that was something that I was introduced to very early.
Exciting, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, lots of movement, definitely. You have to be very flexible in that type of position. So, let me ask you a question: does age and diversity play a huge role in gaining a higher value for this business?
That's an excellent question. It depends. Diversity meaning we connect with our communities. Our communities bring us business as well. But I believe that connecting with a certain community, a certain agent, gives more value to the property because
Right.
we understand the client and the client understands us in return.
Okay.
And that is a connection which is made through communities, through ethnicities. And now, that being said, there are many aspects to it, and bringing higher value also depends on the connections as well of a realtor or the agent or the broker who is basically listing the property or selling the property.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just do a quick poll. How many people here own their own homes? Make some noise. Okay, so most people
Excellent.
here do. Excellent. And anyone here like buy property for the real estate value, for the investment value of that?
Beautiful.
Okay, a couple of people, so that's good.
That's lovely, in fact. See, we always, the communities I come from 3 communities. I'm Indian, Maltese, and Portuguese.
Oh, wow, quite a
Yes,
mixture.
so that's my different background.
Yeah.
We are all into properties. We all grew up in houses. And I believe also that buying land now is the best investment possible
Okay.
right now. It's better than gold, actually.
Better than
Better
gold.
than gold. In certain communities, we buy gold. Like an Indian community, we buy gold, which is supposed to be investment.
Mm-hmm.
But now land is something which we can look forward to, which grows in value so fast that it's one of the best investments possible right
Okay,
now.
so speaking of which, then the property, is it hard to get property now in Toronto, being at such a hot market?
That's another good question, Nikki, because recently we saw a stabilization in the market. Actually, we're still seeing it. Just recently, meaning just a week, 2 weeks. A month and a half ago, we used to have this rush of properties selling over asking, bidding wars.
Yeah.
Now that has cooled down. We are stabilized. It's become equal. It's much better. That being said, the property values are still high, but the bidding situation, the multiple offer situation has stabilized now.
Okay.
So a buyer who's out there, for example, looking for a house, a first-time home buyer, or a second-time home buyer, has more chances now of purchasing a property and winning the bid or making an offer on the property. So that actually is a good thing
Okay.
for everyone concerned. It doesn't necessarily mean the property prices have gone down.
Okay.
It's still on a stable basis.
It's still stable.
Still stable, yes.
Okay. What are some of the mistakes that people make when they're purchasing their first home? Can you talk about maybe one or two?
These days, the biggest mistake of the first-time home buyer, and this was 2-3 months ago when we had this rush in the market, is having no home inspection done.
Home inspection.
Home inspection. It's one of the biggest clauses ever. Why? Because you're buying something without any inspection, anything invisible, just on the looks of it. For example, a property out there, house selling, could be home staged. We don't know what's internally inside of it, which is bad, good. There could be foundation issues, there could be roof issues, etc. So a home inspection was one of the criterias which a lot of first-time home buyers, because of the rush.
So this is mandatory, the home inspection, is that?
It's not
Is that what it is?
mandatory per se, but it is highly recommended.
recommended,
Highly
okay.
recommended by, at least by my group, by myself too. Because it's like buying, for example, buying a car without looking at the engine.
Sure.
Just by the looks of it. Just because the paint job is good, it doesn't mean the engine is fine.
Yeah, doesn't know if you know, if there's
Yeah, of course,
termites
it's a different analogy altogether. I'm into cars, by the way, so
Okay.
I always give that analogy. It's easier to understand.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So that's the mistake they fall into, not realizing that it could be a money pit if they don't see what the foundational problems are,
Yes.
and maybe even, you know,
It could be a huge
It
money
could be a
pit. It
big
could be
problem.
a big problem, actually, especially with foundation issues, termite issues,
Yes.
etc., which are happening in certain parts of Toronto, where we are certain areas are known for termites, termite issues. So if that is not done, we don't know. We could end up with huge
Spending a
costs.
lot of money.
Spending a lot of money, yes.
yeah. Well, what's a good thing to do with your first home purchase? What's the right thing to do?
Homework. I suggest the buyer, the first-time home buyer, do their homework of how much they can afford. Now, here's the thing. I've dealt with many first-time home buyers. What they try to do is go over and beyond, because we all want to live in a house.
Yes.
It's understandable, okay?
Sure.
But it doesn't mean that at the end of the day, on a weekend, we can't even afford to socialize or go out or have fun with our family. Why? Because most of the money goes for the mortgage payments.
I see.
There is nothing left over. I can give an example of a couple recently. This is about 6 months ago. They were looking for somewhere over $1.3 million property. Okay, I said, okay, we'll find something. The husband and wife. The husband had 3 jobs. Would you believe? The wife also had 3 jobs. I said, do you really want to go into something which is 1.3 million? Why? Because you're going to be paying that for 25 years
Right.
on a mortgage. Don't you want something left over? Oh no, it's okay. We have 3 jobs. We work in the morning here. We work in the afternoon there. We'll work one more job to pay for the mortgage and to compensate for the mortgage. I said, is that good? Because you're living for the house.
Yeah.
And you're just living for the house. That's it. There's no. So these are the mistakes which first-time home buyers or any home buyer should, I should say, think about first. Do the math first. It's
Okay.
really important to do the math first. And we as a group, myself, we sit with them and we guide them through. However, at the end of the day, it's up to them to
Make the final
make
decision.
the final decision. Yes.
Yeah, but when you're working just to provide shelter, that takes a lot of the quality of your life away, as all you're doing is working to
It does.
keep the
It
mortgage
does.
going. Yeah.
It actually does, and because the house is one of the biggest investments in our
Sure.
life. Actually, not one of the
It's
biggest
the.
investment, the biggest investment. And if all you're going to be doing is paying for the house and minusing everything on the other side, life becomes crude. It's not enjoyable because you're living for the house.
Right.
That's it. That's all you're doing.
Okay, so this is where you come in and you give reality checks, and with the needs assessment with your clients, you make things affordable and realistic for them.
Absolutely. We have a process. I have my own group, and we are expanding now towards different areas as well. We have a process in which we invite the client to our office, we sit with them, we explain the pros and cons, which is extremely important in purchasing a home or selling a home.
Okay.
Both apply. So we sit with them, we spend time with them, and make them understand that, okay, if this is there, this could happen and the pros and cons, then ultimately it's their decision to come on board with us.
Okay, excellent. So what's next for you?
Next is I'll be doing a lot of condo projects right now. Actually, one of my projects which is going on right now, and I just came from a meeting there, is I'm excited, is the Mizrahi condos right at Young and Bloor.
Young and Bloor.
Young
Okay.
and Bloor. It's high-end condos.
That's Yorkville area.
It falls right at Young and Bloor. I think it's the Yorkville area, but we
Okay.
call it the Toronto region, but it's on the Young.
Got it.
So beautiful, beautiful condos. You might want to see it. It's on my website right now. We'll be
Okay.
on there. We are exclusive platinum realtors for that. And some other projects as well, which are coming up soon. But excited about the Mizrahi condos.
Excellent. So tell us, how can people connect with you then, David?
You can call me. My number is 416-729-2333. I'll be handing out business cards as well here. My website is housecondopro.com, which is simple, House Condo Pro. I'm a pro, so .com. Yeah, there you go. And simple, and David Gharat, Gharat. The H is silent, by the way, for some odd reason, but it's still Garrett.
Okay,
There you go.
excellent. Thank you so much, David Gharat, for your wealth of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be following you on social media for sure. You've been listening to David, so thanks very much. Appreciate
you
it.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll be
you.
back.